Just hours before tonight's Monday Night Raw on Netflix, we are looking at a medical emergency that has completely derailed tonight's show. A huge WWE star is reportedly in critical condition regarding their in-ring future, and because of this, the entire script for Monday Night Raw has been trashed. Now we're going to get into the debate, the details, the exclusives. We're going to give you the hottest, the latest, the greatest, the newest, the most exclusive, the most dynamic details, all the backstage. You're going to hear it, and we're going to make sure that it rears its ugly head because that's what she said. Remember to click the bell, subscribe. Remember to turn on all notifications and hype up the video because we're going to give you and we're going to satisfy your taste buds as it concerns all things professional wrestling in 2026. Now, this is a huge WWE news update that changes everything for tonight's Raw. And we are on the road to WrestleMania. SeanzViewEnt has confirmed that a huge WWE star is currently in critical condition regarding their in-ring future, forcing Triple H, forcing the game, Paul Levesque. Again, Triple H's hand is being pushed here. And WWE Raw is already in a bad spot. WWE Monday Night Raw is already in a mode of restructuring, resurfacing. WWE Raw having to pivot, WWE Raw having to go into a completely different direction. Is this going to be absolute dire? Let's get into the details because we're going to set the expectations at an all-time high. Forcing Triple H to have the entire WWE Raw script trashed at the last moments. The backstage situation is obviously chaotic at this point, as creative plans have been completely nuked, leaving fans worldwide from the UK to India to Canada shocked by the sudden medical emergency involving a top name, a top star, a person, an individual that has been in WrestleMania, the Royal Rumble. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers are talking about a WWE star in prison. Again, breaking news on the huge WWE star in critical condition. Why the WWE Raw script was trashed just hours before the show. Exclusive details on the WrestleMania 42 plans that were absolutely nuked. Backstage reaction to the sudden emergency and surgery rumors. Triple H's scramble to rewrite the main event scene tonight on Raw on Netflix. And the latest WWE rumors on the career-threatening injury update. All that and more here on Sean's View Entertainment. Now, we are not just looking at a simple rewrite here, guys. This is a creative disaster, and when a huge WWE star lands in critical condition regarding their health and their career, you have to tear the whole script up. Tonight's episode of Raw is going to be a scramble, and we have to leak details. And again, we have the leaked details on how Triple H plans to save the show after losing a major player. A pivotal time for the red brand of Raw on Netflix. Now, the star in question, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into this right now. Again, the details are still unraveling. This WWE star is officially heading into surgery, and this time it is absolutely very serious. Now, this star was supposed to make a remarkable return months ago, weeks ago. It wasn't supposed to last this long. It wasn't supposed to go this way. It wasn't supposed to be in this direction. Remember to like, hype, subscribe, click the bell, and hype up the video today. Your comments mean everything to this channel. On February the 15th, 2026, it was revealed via Instagram that Bianca Belair is scheduled to undergo finger surgery on February the 16th. Yes, finger surgery. Nearly a year after suffering the injury that's kept her out of action, out of the ring since WrestleMania 41. Because it wasn't just a simple injury, guys. This was a very chaotic, this is a very disastrous injury. And you think, oh, broken finger, how can that keep me out? How can that keep someone out of the ring for almost a year? Well, the former WWE Women's Champion hasn't wrestled a match since April 2025 at WrestleMania last year. And now we're coming up on WrestleMania this year. And when she competed in a brutal triple threat match against Rhea Ripley and Io Sky for the WWE Women's World Championship, during the match, things went sideways in a big way. Bianca's hand was crushed. Again, it wasn't just a simple finger injury. It was crushed when Rhea Ripley accidentally landed landed directly on it during a top rope sequence, an impact that turned out to be far worse than anyone realized at the time. Back in November, Belair made it clear that this wasn't just a simple broken finger. So I broke my knuckle, which is not my finger. I broke my knuckle joint. It's something that I thought was going to be very straightforward. 8 to 12 weeks, I'll be back in the ring. I'll be doing my EST thing. It's been almost 6 months at this point, and by the time she comes back, it's almost going to be a damn year. Rhea landed straight on my hand and just crushed everything in my finger. Reports later confirmed that the finger was broken in 3 places, making the recovery far more complicated than a routine fracture. What was expected to sideline her for just a couple of months has now stretched to a full year. It has now been a full year, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely unbelievable. That is very sad, very bad. Also, an ex-WWE star, prison, Rowdy Ronda Rousey reacting. What is going on here, ladies and gentlemen? A significant character in the legal saga of Cain Velasquez concluded the weekend. The former UFC heavyweight champion and ex-WWE wrestler on SmackDown was released on parole from the correctional training facility in California on Sunday, February the 15th, after serving 11 months for his sentence. The 43-year-old's journey back to his family was a festive one. Footage shared on social media showed the MMA legend being greeted by his wife and children to the sounds of a live marching band. Former UFC legend Rowdy Ronda Rousey tweeted the following: "Welcome back, Cain. Wishing you and your family happiness and healing." And obviously, being in prison, being in jail that long, it changes who you are. Hopefully, it hasn't been that bad. Also, finally, it has happened. Finally, the return has went down. The comeback, ladies and gentlemen, according to the dirt sheets, the websites, and the newsletters at this hour and at this time. Britt Baker has returned. But Britt Baker, we think of her as in AEW. You know, we think of her as the women's division, the face of AEW. But Britt Baker has returned. Britt Baker has made a comeback, but not for AEW. She has not made her re-debut for the WWE. No. Britt Baker was spotted at the Daytona 500 amid her absence from AEW. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions, your emotions on all of that. Also, with WWE star, former UFC champion Cain Velasquez coming out of prison, there's a lot of rumor, a lot of speculation. Will he return to the WWE? Well, the WWE return for Cain Velasquez's return seems unlikely amid his prison release. Again, it seems unlikely, but again, as they say in WWE, never say never. Also, we are receiving word at this time that Logan Paul has set a Guinness World Record after $16.4 million Pokemon card sale. Yes, you heard that right. You heard that. That is definitive. A $16.4 million Pokemon card sale from the former WWE United States Champion, the man of the Vision on Raw, Logan Paul. Also, the WWE Raw preview for February the 16th, confirmed matches, start time, and how to watch. Obviously, there's going to be significant build on the Elimination Chamber, where CM Punk will defend the world title against Finn Balor, and AJ Lee will go against Becky Lynch. Also, breaking news that concerns a massive appearance, because according to the insiders at this hour, we are receiving word that Bad Bunny has received an open invitation to make a TNA appearance. Do you want to see Bad Bunny in TNA wrestling? We all know the coveted connection. We all know the partnership. We all know the tag team between WWE and TNA. Also, an Olympic athlete is headed to WWE tryouts. Yes, you read that right. An Olympic athlete is headed to WWE tryouts. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, Lola Vice drops a very cheeky poolside photo showing off her AAA gold. That has to be seen to be believed online. Also, there is a major claim being made from a world champion, a current defending world champion in the business. You may have heard of him. You may know of him. MJF, the current reigning defending AEW World Heavyweight Champion. MJF claims that nobody in wrestling can touch him on the microphone. What do you think about that? So you already know the news and the rumors about a major, not one, but two huge stars, two huge former WWE stars showing up in AEW. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here's the thing. It's not one, but it's two. And these two stars that have went from WWE to TNA, and now they are in AEW. They have now circled across all the three major promotions. And the stars that we're talking about are the Inspiration signing with AEW. Now, they've been across all three brands, so they have that recognition. They have that backing. But what we know so far about the Inspiration signing with AEW, and quite frankly, do you care? Are you a fan of the Inspiration? Do you think that they will be a big deal? Do you think they will be pushed hard? Do you think that they will change the game in AEW now that the Inspiration are in All Elite Wrestling? Also, Finn Balor streak comes to an end ahead of CM Punk title match. Finn Balor just ended one of the roughest streaks of his WWE career, and he did it for the perfect time and at the perfect time. Finn Balor picked up his first win in 166 days Saturday night at WWE's Road to WrestleMania live event in Lubbock, Texas, defeating Javon Evans at the United Supermarkets Arena. Yeah, it's been that long. The former Universal Champion hasn't had his hand raised since September 1st, 2025, when he beat Dragon Lee on Raw. After that, 0-7 on television skid that had fans wondering what was going on with the Prince. But in Texas, that drought has officially ended. And you could make an even bigger scene by becoming the World Heavyweight Champion. Could Finn Balor. Now, going into the Elimination Chamber, this is the big caveat here. There's been a lot of rumor. There's been a lot of gossip. There's been a lot of speculation. What version of Finn Balor are we going to get at the Elimination Chamber? Are we going to turn up the factor? Well, according to the dirt sheets, the websites, and newsletters, we could very well get the return of the Demon in his face paint. We could very well get the Demon entrance, the Demon theme music. We could very well get all of that. Tonight, we might get a little bit of a preview. We might get a little bit of a prelude of what CM Punk is going to be in for at the Elimination Chamber. Now, we're also hearing rumors and gossip and speculation. Again, whispers again. Plans are always subject to change. Again, we got to let you know that right now. Plans are always subject to change. But according to the dirt sheets, the websites, and the newsletters, we are receiving word that it could be Finn Balor coming back as the Prince of Darkness, coming back as the Demon of Darkness, I should say, not the Prince of Darkness, the Demon of Darkness. Must have had Ozzy Osbourne on my mind, the late, great Ozzy Osbourne. But there is a plan in motion, guys. There is a plan on the table. But is the WWE going to go all the way with it? Well, you see, the Judgment Day wouldn't be too fond. They wouldn't be too, well, appreciative. Again, they wouldn't be fond. They wouldn't appreciative. They wouldn't be liking Finn Balor returning to the Demon, because they know that the Demon is stronger than just Finn Balor, and they know that that presence and that aura brings a whole different vibe to the arena. And there could be a point in that match where it would seem like the Demon Finn Balor is about to win the world title, about to capture the championship from CM Punk at the Elimination Chamber, only for Dominic Mysterio or Liv Morgan or JD McDonough to come down and wreck everything for the Demon as he's closing in on winning the World's Heavyweight Championship. Now, there has been rumors and gossip that if this does indeed go down, that Finn Balor could be inserted into one of the main events at WrestleMania. Again, things are still early. We still got a lot of weeks to go. We still got a lot of time to go here. Things can change. Things can percolate. But as it appears right now, we could very well be seeing the Demon and CM Punk at the Elimination Chamber. Now, is that the route? Is that the stakes that you want to see go down for WWE Monday Night Raw? Now, is the WWE going to be in damage control? Will the Raw plans collapse tonight on Netflix? And will the WWE Raw script really be trashed with top star Bianca Belair in question, plans being nuked? Rewrites beginning for Raw right now. This is a developing story. Remember, for the hottest around the clock, we do this multiple times a day. And we do this because if we have to pivot, we have to change. If there's an update, if there's an escalation, if there's a tragedy, a travesty, a miscarriage of justice, if there's backstage rumors, gossips, headlines, drama, we will bring it all to you. Will WrestleMania 42 plans be in trouble, ladies and gentlemen? And with Bianca Belair's status being critical This brings up the question, when will Bianca Belair ever return to WWE, if indeed she will return? Now, we all know the last time we saw Bianca Belair, she was serving as a very special guest referee for a match. But we don't want to just see Bianca Belair as a referee. We want to see her as a wrestler, as a talent, as somebody that is competitive. And hopefully Bianca Belair can bring back that competitive spirit. But it all boils down to what that surgery is going to ultimately look like for Bianca Belair. And ladies and gentlemen, as we all know, in some great news that is finally not sad, not bad. Seth Rollins is back in the gym as WrestleMania 42 rumors heat up. Now, we're also receiving word that an insider is blasting Warner Bros. Discovery for dragging anti-ICE politics into AEW. What are your thoughts on ICE? Are they doing the right thing, the brave thing, the good thing, the righteous thing? Or should ICE be eliminated? Well, we got the Elimination Chamber coming up. Maybe we stick ICE in the Elimination Chamber. I don't know. It all boils down to each and every one of you, your thoughts, your comments, your opinions. This is SeanzView Entertainment, where we are going to secure you into the unapologetic zone of SeanzView Entertainment. Subscribe.